Hello and welcome to Game Time and Narcissu. Last time we got to know that we had cancer, or not cancer, but we were gonna die, and it's really depressing. Just to watch it, like it. I can't tell how it is. It's just you need to watch it. But we met Narcissu, so we're just gonna start right away. So we are at the hospital, by the way, the F7F, I think. Yeah. Where was this place? Kind of a lounge at the side of the corridor, across from the nurse's station. This generally deserted place held a few couches and chairs, as well as a large TV. Stupid programs committed in the year were still being broadcasted on that 28-inch screen. And there was a girl who looked absolutely bored watching that boring TV. Short, in pink pajamas, a white bracelet on her wrist, just like mine. Impressively long hair that almost reached down to her hips. Hey, do you find that interesting? There was no deep purpose in that asking. Simply, I had nothing else to do. I just started to talk to her. Not really, was her only reply to me. But, oh, sorry. Was her only reply to me. She didn't turn her face to me at all, and she kept looking with boredom at the TV as she didn't even existed. They don't even watch it. Even as I thought this, I sat down in a chair next to her. And side by side we watched TV, nothing else to do, nothing we could do. So we sat there silently and watched TV. New Year's Eve celebration programs, as per usual, a useless array of comedies and oddness. And every so often, the MC's stupid chill laughter responding dryly in this white sun-dried lounge. Say, tell me. This girl suddenly started to talk to me, but her eyes was always glued to the TV screen. How many times is it for you? How many times is it for you now? What do you mean by that? How many times have you been here to 7F? Sorry, I have no clue what you're talking about. I see. So it's your first time then? So she seemed so confused about her question, and I could go to the right about her question and come to the right conclusion. Then since there is no one else around, and since it's my duty? There's this rule. Noodling slightly, she explained the rule. I was someone here, F7, should tell newscoms the truth. I knew nothing, I understood even less. And as if I did not even exist, she slowly started her speech. Then listen closely. ... Her words spoke metaphorically, one by one, were a little bit different from all the ones that I heard from the doctors about this place. In their business-like crypt syntax, they told me, this is a place where one waits for the medical advices. This is a place where the one who heals and one's heart, and perhaps they might have been correct about in a general sense. But according to this girl, that was just a party line. The truth was that 7F was the only place that hospital where medical treatment did not take place. This was just a place where you waited for your life to come to an end. Those were her words to me, and I thought so as well. I felt even before she had spoken. So, this is my second time. Second time of doing what? Coming here. And then she explained to me that nobody on 7F stayed there from internal hospitalization all the way until death. While there was zero possibility of being cured, they were sent home if your condition was stable. But if it worsened again, you would be returned here. The circle ended only in death. Wherever it was home or here on 7F, always one of the two, you're going to die. No way to escape this, it seems. And with the meaning permitting her every word, she informed me that this was her second time up here. I'm only going to say this once, so listen closely now. She continued speaking, as well as starting as the blank screen. This wasn't idly chit-chat about the lights out, was more of a kitchen war. What? Lights out was where the kitchen was and anything like that. This was something completely different. The third time you are discharged home, resign yourself. There won't be a fourth time. You will never go home again. If you ever want to escape, head towards the B station, not the A station. Eat nothing. That is the simplest shortcut. You leave the smallest burden on your family that way. It was as she was packed by brim with matters of those. This was probably an oral tradition. Relevant only to those who were going to die, and kept by those who came here for that purpose. For this, so this is a duty that you were talking about. Yeah, that's right. So do you remember to perform the newcomer yourself someday, okay? With those words, she slowly stood up. She casually tossed her long hair and grazed my nose. I have to go to my temporary measure, so... Then she turned her back and started walking down the corridor. Now completely deserted, save for myself. The lounge held only the laughter from the TV and the white flowers by the windowsill. In the end, she didn't even look at me once. A few days later, a new celebration was over, and the middle school students were getting in a new term. And just as ever, she and I sat in his lounge staring blankly at the TV. This is boring. So it is. So we said, but both of us kept our eyes on the screen. Hey, is this place always like that, this way? I don't understand what you're going at. I'm going at how it always deserted. Other than the nurses, doctors, and help staff, the other that and other than her, it. Oh God, I'm sorry. My eyes is just. I do not see a single person. Did everybody go home for a New Year's Eve or something? Do you really want to know? Well, I don't know. I didn't mean. Then I won't. Then I won't tell you. We dismantledly tossed back and forth this exchange that could not even be called a conversation. A slight breeze coming from the window that would not open more than 15 centimeters. From time to time her hair would sway as it was as if in agreement of flowers at the window sill would do. This is how we would kill time, day after day, staring at the boring, good-for-nothing TV. Click, click, click. Oh, here the two of you are. The elder's nurse said and rushed towards us. From what seemed at the nurse station, she was apparently the charge nurse of F7. Well, Miss Satyumi, any favors? It's fine, no favor. Setsunumi? So that was her name. You really shouldn't be moving around like this. Do you understand? Everyone's worried about you. Well, whatever. Come now. What kind of answer is that? Oh, children these days. The nurse continued to stroll down and henpeck some while longer. And the girl named Setsumi, just pretending not to notice it at all. She simply started straight forward as at the boring TV, paying that fussy nurse a little heed as she could. I'll coming later to draw some blood, okay? With those words, the charge nurse went back to the nurse station. Hey, well, mind if I call you Satsumi? I asked this while I started at her white vinyl ID bracelet, as the blood type of her name was written therein. It's something that matters, Satsumi? Why are you calling me that? Huh? You're younger than me. Hey, why am I younger? Why am I younger than you? Nothing. That's just like what I thought is all. It wasn't that I was offended that she called me younger than her. It was just like, no matter how I looked at it, I thought I was like 5-6 years older than she was. That's why I took That's why I took the driver license from my breast pocket and handed directly to her. See? I may not seem like it, but I'm 20 years old. So you're younger after all. She only took the glaze of my license before handing it back to me. I don't really get what you're saying. It doesn't really matter. I just want a little. I'm just a little older than you are. That's all. She mumbled, and as experimentally as ever. Her eyes were fixed at the boring TV. All right, it's just gonna feel like she was gazing at something far away. After they took me to the EM vent signs, I snacked past the nurses and boarded the elevator. Then I got to the 1F and walked out the hospital clinic doors and walked outside of the hospital. My goal was at the place I've been told there were not long ago. A faraway B station, not the nearby A station. It wasn't to escape or anything. At 7F or at home. At 7F or at home, none of us died anywhere else. This is what I've been told, and this B station, which this girl named Tsutsumi had apparently been to many times. That's why at least just once I wanted to see what a place that was on my own eyes. It's not as I was there going to be a guard on duty. Even so, where was this inhabitants of 7F different from the other? And thinking of Vogue's maybe so earlier in the morning, I headed towards the station. My leg settled into the lazy gained as I glazed sunlong at the people God, it's really small, so it's like not that easy to read. At communing to the school or work. After about 25 minutes of this, I arrived in front of the station. Roughly 4 bus stops away, I've calculated it out. Wow, there's a lot of people here, was my first impression of the B station. I stood out a bit because I was in the pajamas. But I felt like that I felt like I could just buy a subway ticket, now able to go anywhere, no question about it. I still had no idea why I'd been told to go to the B station, not to the A station. But it looks as if would be easy to escape if I really wanted to. She must have come here many times herself. So why did she remain in 7F right now, the station in the early morning? I stood there thinking the thoughts. I was watching the people rapidly passing me by. The night after lights out. Bored of magma. The unable to sleep. Fuck. Okay, sorry. Certainly I wasn't supposed to be allowed to after lights out, but we of 7F had a peculiar kind of liberty. So in that presence of non-light, in the pitch black stillness of a lounge, that was wherever I found her. Hey, have you been looking outside today? Yeah. The darkened in Vensker. She did answer me, but she continued to stare out the window as if She had not. I immediately launched into what had happened today. Oh, by the way, I went to the station today, the B station, just as it taught me. I see. But the response did not change. I thought that she would reach like something because she had been there before too. But now I thought about it. Did the fact that she was here means that she had no intent of escaping in the first place? I'm going to go home soon. What? She opened her mouth abruptly and spoke if she had thought me. But next time will be the third time. So we may not see each other again. Yeah, I guess. Probably what she has been talking about was temporarily distant from that hospital. She told me that nobody was discharged from 7F for more than 3 times, and likely the elderly giving the progress of the diseases. This meant all the more to younger people like us. Her we may not see each other again was filled with kind of meaning. Oh, which one of you have it decided on? Decided on? Where are you going to die? When that word's death come up abruptly, I was in total loss of words. I don't know, haven't thought about it yet. I see. It's just your first time after all. She mumbled, looking dissolute. Certainly it wasn't like I was going to exist here forever. Just like anybody else, I would be meted and discharged, slowly grow weak, and someday I will have the chance in the end, here on a 7F at the home surrounded by those fake smiles. I don't want to die at home, but I don't want to die here either. Then what will you do? I guess the only thing it's to go somewhere while I still have the strength to. Somewhere you can't be this girl who have been staying here on F7 when she could have been escaping anytime she wanted. Then I thought of it all. Do you have any place to go? Do you want to stop me? What? Or do you want me to come? Or do you want to come with me? Well, no, I wasn't what I was thinking about. Then don't ask. She was staring out the window as she spoke. This patient not looking at me once, the same as ever. But just then, she usually expressionless face looked so really sad to me. I was a newcomer at 7F, just recently thought that the third discharge was the last, and she was the girl who soon was going to be discharged for the second time. Still didn't feel like anything real about what's going happening to me. But would I too come to wear such face someday? Okay, I'm gonna stop this here. I don't know how long that is, so I'm not gonna make them too long because my English is not that good, and there's a lot of long words here, and it's really hard for me to read because it's a small screen and it's real depressing, so it gets really easy to me. But anyway, I'm gonna continue to do this because this is actually a little bit interesting. Besides like playing other just random fun games all the time, this is in like you get a better insight of like what depression and death can do to you. So on that sad note, and I will see you next time. Bye.